Every day brings another alarming story of confidential and important data that's been stolen or compromised. It happens at work and at home, on your company computer, your laptop, tablet, or phone. And the hackers have become more and more sophisticated, often with ties to foreign countries that are not our allies. So what can you do to protect your information? Well, back with us is Karen Puchalsky, president and owner of Innovate e-commerce, based in Wexford. Karen, welcome back to the show. It's good to have you on.
Right, thank you very much for having me.
You know, since you were last on the show, we had this whole Equifax controversy. Now, this is one of the three major entities that contain all the data on us, financial data, for these so-called credit ratings that, frankly, I have issues with because there are often so many mistakes with these credit ratings. Right. But the bottom line is that these companies have kind of willy-nilly gone out there and gathered information about us. And so when Equifax was compromised such that millions and millions of individuals had data taken, obviously we would be worried about that. So let me just ask you, I mean, is that a big deal? Is it something that we should be worried about?
Well, yes, absolutely it should be. And I think probably the number one big thing you should be worried about is what the hackers excuse me, are doing right now is they're making themselves look like Equifax and saying, come here and get security, get your information protected. So be very, very careful of anything you get from this firm or other firms.
Let me stop you right there because I think that is a tremendously important warning. So what you're saying is that if anyone gets an email that pretends or in which they claim to be from Equifax, asking you to confirm data or to provide additional data, don't do it.
Well, yeah,
be wary.
Be wary, and the thing that most people don't realize is that in order to be able to protect yourself, you will usually have a link that you go to. What most people don't realize, if you hover over that link, it will actually tell you where it's going to take you. So if it's not taking you to Equifax, it's taking you somewhere else, it's probably a hacker getting to you. So that's just one way that you can protect yourself very easily.
So you take your mouse or whatever it is you use and you just hold it on top of the link?
Yeah, you just point to it on top of that link and it will actually, a little box will come up and it will actually show you where that link is going to take you.
So if it doesn't say Equifax in that link,
correct,
then you know it's bogus.
Correct.
Good advice.
Correct. Yeah, So that's just one thing that's a really easy way to protect yourself. So if the link is not coming from the sender, beware.
You know, I've heard others say too that we should shut down or freeze our accounts with these credit agencies. Now, to do that, of course, means you better not be out there trying to get a car loan or a home mortgage or anything like that, because they need that information. But is that good advice, freezing the account? What does that do? Well,
probably what the most important thing and the biggest thing you need to do is change your passwords frequently.
Sure.
You know, do that type of thing. Because again, you're right, you can't take that information away from them, because if you want to try to get any kind of loan or anything, they're going to need your information. So you probably want to go to some kind of service that will actually help you protect your information, give you warnings, you know. But change your passwords, because how most of the information that they're trying to get to is information that then they can go to your financial entities. The thing that I found quite alarming is the number one password used is the word password.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you can remember it.
Well, you can.
That's part of the problem. When you get to a certain age, you really want to.
Yeah.
I know you're supposed to have multiple passwords and numbers and letters and capitals here and you know, but I think for a lot of people that's just way too complicated.
Well, the way though you can do that to make it really easy is, you know, instead of using the letter A, use the @ sign. You know, make it something that's somewhat easy for you to remember. You know, you want to probably stay away from your children's names and your birthday, because that's what most people will use. So, but they don't have to be, you know, all these, you know, different algorithms and everything, because you're right. You know, a lot of companies, you'll go in and you'll see people have their little sticky notes with their password on their computer because they can't remember it because they're too complicated.
Yeah, and if somebody else showed up at your computer, they'd have the password right in front of them.
Exactly.
So let me ask you about companies and businesses, because what we're talking about we really want to help protect individuals. Is it different for companies? They have their own IT people, for example. What do you think? What do you advise? You work with a lot of companies.
We do. Probably the biggest thing is to train your employees to be, and what I call, you used to use the term street smart. Well, now you have to be security smart. So you kind of have to use the same logic as, you go down the street and you see somebody selling a, Coach purse for a third of the cost. Yeah. Well, you kind of can guess it's not a Coach purse. Well, that's kind of the same thing you have to do whether you're at home or at business. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. So be security smart. Don't be caught in the traps. For companies, best thing to do is train your employees to be smart. Yeah. Number one, don't ever click on an ad on social media. I don't know if you've read, but one of the things that they've now tracked at Russians had a lot of these ads. Think of a place that you shop. You may go to, like, let's say you shop there. Well, that's going to come up as an ad. Well, Home Depot may have had that ad for 60 days and they're gone, but now a hacker buys that ad. Or now, so you click on it, you're not going to Home Depot, you're going to a hacker's ad. Wow,
can you use your mouse in that situation?
No, you can't. So my advice on there is never, ever click on an ad in social media.
Never click on an ad in social media.
Right, yeah.
Good.
And the other thing for businesses is to train their employees to do that, because they say anywhere, depending on your research, that you see anywhere from 70 to 90% of what happens and why companies get breaches is because an employee clicks on a phishing email.
Wow. Well, Karen Puchalsky, you're always a wealth of information. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
And, let's keep our security safe.
That's right. Be safe out there. That's right.
Be safe out there. We'll be back with more of the Sunday Business Page in just a few moments.